today I want to talk about my favorite female characters. So today I wanted to talk about all of my favorite female characters from books that I have read recently. This is by no means like a comprehensive list of every single female character I like, because like that would make this like a 17-year long video, and we're not about that. Like, we do long videos here, but not that long. Unless you count Schwabtober. That was a hell of a long video. So if you want like a full-length fucking movie, you can check that out. But this, we're talking about like 6 books that I think nail female characters, that just do them so well, and I just love the characters, and I want to be their friends. I want to hang out with them. I want to just see what they're like. So that's the ladies that we're talking about today, and we're gonna show them lots and lots of love. My first favorite that I want to talk about is Layla Bard from the Darker Shade of Magic series. This is actually the 3rd book in the series where I think she shines. Like, I like her in book 1. She's good in book 2. But man, book 3, Layla really comes into her own, and she is just this badass character, and I love her. I know so many people say that like the problem with this series is that Layla Bard is not like other girls, which honestly is not one of those tropes that I hate. And I like her. I think it's done well, and yeah, she's not like other girls because she's from a whole different freaking world in this book. So yeah, she's different. And I'm pretty sure at some point she makes the out and out statement, I'm not like these other girls. And honestly, why is that a bad thing? Like, it doesn't bother me, I guess, depending on how it's done. Like, it has a purpose. She's always disguised herself as a boy in order to survive. So that has made her tough, and it has made her into who she has become. And she does start to kind of give in to some of her more feminine sides when she feels safe, which is not often. She gives into emotion in that feminine side of her when she feels she's safe to do so. And I think it's really well done. I love this series to begin with. So honestly, I just love Miss Layla right now, okay? The next female character that I absolutely love might be a little controversial, but that is Ren from the Poppy War series. This is specifically the Dragon Republic, which is my favorite book in the entire trilogy. This is where I think Ren really shines. So this is the book that I'm showing y'all. Ren is this like war orphan who struggles to get out of her bad place in life. She fights tooth and nail and studies and works hard and gets herself into this prestigious school and becomes a warrior, and then just shit happens. And she is not a perfect person. She is a very morally gray person, and she kind of has this descent into chaos and madness, and I just love her, right? She is that character that I want to see succeed, even though she's not making the best decisions. I think that the decisions that she makes make sense. Like, would I do them? No. Do I think that she could have made better decisions? Yes. But it shows that she's young and that she's rash and that she's willing to do whatever it takes to reach her goal and do what she thinks is best for her people. And because of that, she makes some stupid decisions. But don't we all make some stupid decisions? Like, I think underneath it all, like, Ren just wants to be loved. Like, she's that character that's like this tough badass, but like kind of underneath it all, she's got this soft side that we don't really see much, but when we do, I really appreciate that. And I think Ren just wants like a friend. She wants someone to love her, and it's kind of heartbreaking, honestly. Another favorite of mine is Isun from the 5th season. She is also one of my favorite moms in sci-fi fantasy. So you will get to see me talk about Isun in quite a few videos. She is this just badass mother who's just got these amazing innate powers that makes her a target and someone to fear, but she's just doing the best she can to raise her children, and that's not always making good decisions. Like, she's flawed, and I just love that about her. I love her representation of motherhood in this because she's not perfect. She makes a lot of mistakes. She kind of screws up her daughter, which is like all of our fears as parents, right? But she does everything she does because she thinks, again, that it's for the greater good. And she ends up just being this amazing, relatable, badass character who has real moments of sincerity and real moments of raw emotion, and I just love it so much. And she is just one of my favorite characters, male, female, or otherwise. Like, I just love her so much. Another one that I really love is Bala from the Air Awakens series by Elise Kova. This is a self-published YA fantasy romance, and I love it. And I don't typically read fantasy romance, but I love this series, and mainly because I love Vala and I love watching her growth and her character arc and just how much she grows and changes and just her strength and just everything she has to go through. I love seeing, like, she starts off as this like meek little library assistant and she turns into just so much more. And I just think she'd be really fun to hang out with and talk to because her characterization is just done so well. She cares so much for her friends and for her family, and she is willing to do what she has to do, again, to protect the people that she cares about. So I just absolutely love her. Moving on to another older mother character, I absolutely love Misaki in Sword of Kaigen. She is like the epitome of a badass mom. She has this duality to her where she is mother and she is this like badass like samurai warrior. And she doesn't let those two parts of her life touch or come together. And it's really cool seeing how she struggles with that and just the gripping emotional aspects of this book and her struggling to come to terms with being a mother and a wife and fighting her past and just not being able to accept her present, but also not being able to live in her past. Like, it's this whole emotional story that really resonated with me. I think this is just a fantastic book, one that I highly recommend to anybody to pick up, especially if you love fantasy, if you like older protagonists. My final favorite female character that I want to talk about in this video is Ven from the Mistborn series. This book is just special to me. It is the book that got me back into reading after a massive reading slump. Like years after my kids were born, I didn't read anything. And then I saw people just talking about Mistborn. It's how I discovered BookTube. It's how I discovered reading adult fantasy. And now I'm hooked. Like, I'm a Brandon Sanderson super fan, and I'm here for all of it. And Ven is what started all of this. She is just this like street rat grifter who just has this really shitty life, but she doesn't really let it get her too far down. She keeps on surviving and finding ways to make it through one more day. And then she gets hooked up with this crew that's gonna take down the Lord Ruler, and she learns a lot about herself. She learns a lot about found family, and then we just get to see her on this emotional roller coaster from this very scared girl to this badass powerhouse. And I love everything about her in this book, and like I would just love to just like spend a day hanging out with her. Like she also likes like pretty dresses and balls, so she's not just this like badass powerhouse. She's also really girly when she wants to be, and I love that. Like I feel like we could go around shopping for dresses and finding which one's the prettiest and how many knives we can fit hidden in secret compartments. Like that's the duality of her character, and I absolutely love it. If you haven't read the Mistborn series, like just stop, go pick it up, and enjoy. All right, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I had so much fun like coming up with my characters and which ones that I absolutely love. And yeah, those are my favorite female characters from books that I have read recently. Let me know what you think. What are your favorite female characters? What books are they from? Let's have a discussion down in the comments. All right, thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.